radial artery, arteria radialis, and ulnar artery, arteria ulnaris. Both of them gives branches to radiocarpal joint, that is ramus carpus palmaris. Ramus carpus palmaris. And these two branches makes network. Rete carpi palmare. Palmar network. And this network gives branches to radiocarpal, distal radio-ulnar joint, mediocarpal joint. Then radial artery gives superficial branch, superficial palmar branch, ramus palmaris superficialis. And this superficial branch joined with ulnar artery, arteria ulnaris. And together they forms superficial palmar arc, arcus palmaris superficialis. And this arc gives arteria digitalis palmaris communis, common palmar digital arteries, and common arteries subdivides into proper arteria digitalis palmaris propria. Then radial artery gives superficial branch and then goes to dorsal surface, and here it gives first metacarpal dorsal artery, arteria metacarpia dorsalis prima. And this first metacarpal artery subdivides into three, arteria digitalis dorsalis, and they supply both sides of the thumb and radial side of index finger. From here, a radial artery passes through space between first and second metacarpal bones and goes to palmar surface. Here it is. It comes here and goes laterally, but here it gives one artery which goes to thumb, that is arteria princeps pollicis. And arteria princeps pollicis is the same, subdivides into three branches. Two of them supplies palmar surface of thumb, and one branch goes to radial side of the index finger on the palmar surface. And last, ulnar artery, arteria ulnaris, gives deep palmar branch, ramus palmaris profundus. And this deep palmar branch goes medially and makes anastomosis with terminal end of radial artery, and together they forms deep palmar arc, arcus palmaris profundus. And this deep palmar arc gives palmar metacarpal arteries, arteria metacarpia palmaris, and they opens into common palmar digital arteries, and after that common artery subdivides into proper. Here and here and here and here. Arteria metacarpia palmaris. Now, what else? Both radial and ulnar artery gives dorsal branch, ramus carpus dorsalis, here and here. Ramus carpus dorsalis. These branches, dorsal carpal branches, they makes network. Who remember what is this network? Rete carpi palmare, and this network rete carpi dorsale, dorsal carpal network. The same heat is arteria interossa. Which interossa arteries do you know today? arteria interossa communis, and then it's arteria interossa anterior and posterior. And posterior gives recurrence. And both anterior and posterior arteries finish in dorsal network, rete carpi dorsale. And from this network, we have dorsal metacarpal arteries, arteria metacarpa dorsalis. 1, 2, 3. First dorsal metacarpal artery start directly from radial artery. Another 3 arteries start from dorsal network. And these 3 arteries subdivide into arteria digitalis dorsalis. Arteria digitalis dorsalis. That is why each finger has 2 arteries in palmar surface and 2 arteries in dorsal surface. For example, thumb. It has in dorsal surface arteria digitalis dorsalis from first metacarpal dorsal artery, and first metacarpal artery start from radial. And in palmar surface, arteria princeps pollicis gives 2 proper palmar digital arteries in palmar surface of the thumb. Index finger, the same, 2 arteries in palmar surface. One on radial side, it starts from arteria princeps pollicis. In ulnar side, arteria digitalis palmaris communis subdivides into 2 proper arteries, and common palmar digital arteries start from superficial palmar artery. And in dorsal surface, radial side from arteria metacarpa dorsalis prima, ulnar side arteria metacarpa dorsalis from network rete carpi dorsale. Well, arteries of forearm and hand next time. Now let's very good forceps. It is only, we can see brachial artery, arteria brachialis, this one. This is axillary artery, arteria axillaris, and you can see here, that is arteria subscapularis. Just a moment. Yes, wait. Somebody help me to take this tissue. Look here. This artery, that is arteria circumflexa humeri anterior. It is arteria circumflexa humeri posterior. And this is, that is arteria subscapularis. It is brachial artery, arteria brachialis, and brachial artery gives largest branch, that is arteria profunda brachii, and profunda brachii goes into the canal, canalis humoromuscularis. And now here, that is arteria, just a moment, arteria collateralis should be here, arteria collateralis ulnaris superior here, and this one arteria collateralis ulnaris inferior. That is radial artery, it is ulnar artery, and that is, I think it is ramus muscularis. That is all. It is, you can see that radial artery gives superficial branch, ramus palmaris superficialis, and that is continuation of ulnar artery, arteria ulnaris, and they join together and forms superficial palmar arc, arcus palmaris superficialis. That is all what we can see in preparate. Now let's go to the museum.